Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we're going to be taking a look at the T-Mobile REVVL 4 Plus. And this phone did come out about a year ago in August 27, 2020. It was released in September, but it was announced in August, and this is a really solid device still, released with Android 10. It's actually running with the Android 11 right now, which is pretty cool. So we'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but 13 megapixel for the camera, actually 16 megapixel, 4 gigabytes of RAM on this guy, as well as a 4000 milliamp hour battery. So far what I really like about this device is that it has a fingerprint sensor on the back of here, but we also do have dual speakers as well as a headphone jack up top, which is really cool, and a microphone up top. So we have the 16 megapixel main camera, which is really good, and we'll get into the cameras in just a second, right? But on the bottom you have your main speakers for listening to content, music, or anything of that nature. You have your fingerprint right here on the back, which is actually a nice spot. This is a 6.52 inch display. We also do have facial recognition on here, so it will unlock with your face as well. So I do like that part. It will recognize your face. For the panel, it's 720 display by 1440. And we have Android 11 on here, like I said before, because it got updated. Now, before the update, this did have a 4K camera, but after the update, one thing I noticed was that now they downgraded it to 1080. So you don't get 60 frames per second. You get the 1080 30 frames per second on here. You also do get video stabilization, and we'll get into the photo samples, and we'll also get into the video samples in just a second, right? But one thing that I really do like about this device is the overall speed when I'm trying to open up things. So Twitter is instantaneous on this device, so you can see Twitter is really quick. 2 swipes and Twitter's open, and then I could go to Facebook. It'll load for 1 second, and then that's open as well. So you can see scrolling speeds on here are really good. This is a 60 hertz display, but the scrolling speeds on here are really good when it comes to the experience that you're getting. So just really clean overall when it comes to that scrolling experience. So you could go back to Twitter, that's right there. You could even do the split screen, and everything is just really fluent on here, really quick, really fast. But definitely a really solid when it comes to the overall screen performance of this phone. It's really quick. Yeah, you could put it at 3/4 or for almost 1/4 or whatever, so that that looks pretty good on the display. But it's just performing really quickly. Do drop notch as far as the the display option right here, so you can see that it does have that dual display. Well, not dual display, but that do drop display with the little thing on the top. And we also do have a single 16 megapixel camera on the back, and then they coupled it with on the front with a 16 megapixel as well. But on the back we do have a portrait 5 megapixel, so you can get really good depth shot photos. I'll show you guys some samples right now. See. Now battery is also pretty good on here as well. If I go into the settings, you can see I used about 19.99 out of the 64, so it has to have an SD card in here. And you can see if you go here, let's see, it does probably let you move your apps. I haven't actually tried to do that, but I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to do that, I could probably go ahead and do that. So let's just check right now. Let's do PUBG, and let's do all right, so it doesn't give me the actual option to move apps to the SD really quickly. So that's the thing I wanted to emphasize on here, is that everything just pretty much opens up really good. I really do like this as far as that. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was the battery life on this thing, because we have 30% left over right now 4 hours of screen time. And it's been, let me see how long the battery life looks here. So you can see since the time when I took it off the charger, it says 9 hours ago, but it was definitely this morning, like around 8 a.m. or something like that. So 8 a.m. until now, 11:47. So really good battery life. I was using a lot of my apps. I was using Spotify for quite some time, and everything just looked really good. The screen gets really bright on here. I like the screen on this thing as well, and I like the camera on here because they do give you a pro mode where you can kind of you could shoot in pro mode, and so you can tailor the autofocus right here, which is cool, and also the white balance, which will adjust the color tone, and you could also leave it on auto. And then this is the thing that's going to help with the light, the EV. And then they have the shutter delay on this thing, as well as the ISO. So a lot of cool camera features on here, camera tricks, pano mode on here, portrait mode, auto mode as well. Then you have video mode on here. So just a nice solid amount of features. And then the software is really clean, and you get up to 10 times zoom on this guy. So like I said, the cameras are going to be pretty cool to play around with. But what I really do like is that this thing just opens up everything really quickly. It's there's no wait time on here. It takes really good pictures of, like skylines in the daytime. It will suffer slightly when you put it in like shadow. When there's not enough daylight, it will suffer and you will see shadows or whatever. But other than that, really good speeds on this thing, and it also does have a pretty decent build quality on here as well. So like overall using it, I've been really impressed for the last 24 hours with my SIM card in it as a daily driver phone. And I was listening to the speakers, and they sound really good. Phone calls also did come in very clear. I was getting 4G LTE on this thing, and what's really cool is you can get this for about $110 right now as well. Bluetooth 5.0. It does also record in 1080, but not, it used to record in 4K, but not anymore after the update. But we do have a Snapdragon 665 on here. Another thing that I thought was pretty cool is when you put that Type-C cord in, the power button lights up, so it's backlit. You got a backlit power button, which is really cool. I really like that feature. So that's another thing that I really do like about this phone as well. Now, if there's one thing I could nitpick about, is that it kind of feels a little bit light in the hand, but you can actually purchase a case and just put that on here to add some weight to it. So that'll actually, fix itself with the case on there. But, the other thing is that, it's just lightweight. It does have a slight chin on the bottom. So if you are picky about that, you will notice that if you are looking for it. But other than that, it's still pretty solid when it comes to the overall build. When it comes to gaming, it's going to be pretty decent on here. You're not going to be able to like game on ultra frame rate or anything, but you will be able to play games on here because it's just a smooth performance as well. You're going to get high frame rate on this guy, which is really good for $100 right now. So, $100 phone. And you're gonna be able to get that option. Most budget phones right now coming out don't offer the high frame rate, so I just want to throw that out there. But if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure you subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. But you hit the bell icon as well, so you can get updated on the latest content or whatever. But overall, the graphics do look pretty decent. You can see the chin is a little bit bigger than the forehead, but it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be ultra frame rates or something like that where it's going to be super smooth. But yeah, they just ambushed me right there. But overall, it does feel pretty decent. I just got to get my aim in check or whatever, but I did get first blood right there, so that was actually pretty cool. And yeah, there we got 2 kills in a row, so that's definitely something that's cool. Oh damn. But overall, I really like this device because it has a really good design on it. It's got a really nice display. The screen is actually pretty bright. It doesn't feel like it's dim or anything. So let me put it down on the table to test the viewing angles. So you could kind of see it's not that bad. It does dim a little bit, but it's not that bad when you actually put it down on like a, it's a LCD IPS display, so it's not too bad as far as the viewing angles, but it's not the best in the entire world. But let me know what you guys think about the REVVL 4 Plus. I've been using it for about 11. I had it for about 11 days now, but my SIM card has been in here for the last few days now, and I really like the overall design. It has the headphone jack. It has dual speakers on here. It does have fast charging on this guy as well. And for the price, it's going to be pretty decent. 4,000 milliamp hour battery got me through a whole day plus more. We could even go into the next day with the battery on here, which is pretty cool. So 26%. I'm going to show you in the comment section right now to answer all your questions. I'll make sure to leave the cheapest link down below where you can pick up the REVVL 4 right now for around $100, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.